opponent that they met in the first game of the season on the road at Prairie View that December 1st night. And the Lady Cats started out strong with a 53-16 victory that night on the road as they started Pioneer League action for the 2017-18 season. We're glad you could join us here at Radio Side. This is Jim Hills, your voice of Lady Cat basketball, bringing you the action right here on the home court. A chilly night out to come and watch some hot basketball action as they will get it heated up here in the gym quickly. The Burlington High School band across the way getting the crowd on their feet. The Burlington varsity men's team across the way all dressed out in shirt and ties tonight as they're here to support the Lady Cats as they get ready for the tip-off. Lady Cats starting lineup as it has been: Julia Gilman, Paige Sawyer, Kirsten Young, Ashlyn Debley, and Cameron Wagney on the floor for head coach Dave Gilman. And with the tip, we are underway. Gilman takes the opening tip and brings it up court on the right wing, finds Kirsten Young. Look inside, Debley kicks out, Young behind the arch, a three on the way. Started with a swish of the net, and Kirsten Young puts the Lady Cats on top, 3-0. Pressure in the backcourt, but a blocking foul on number 5. Paige Sawyer picks up her first personal foul.
Number 5, Paige Sawyer.
They'll play it in on the far side here. Across the way, man-to-man defense by the Lady Cats. Ball up court into the hands of Grace Ost. Ost, the 5'6" junior, with the dribble on the far side. The ball tipped away out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Buffaloes. They'll play it in on the far sideline. Their starting lineup: number 3, a 5'10" sophomore, Ashlyn Kirkpatrick. Number 10, the 5'7" junior, Molly Loomis. Number 12, Grace Ost, also a junior. Shot away, but no good. Rebounded on the floor. Prairie View comes out there with it. They get it back. A short shot up and no good as Ashlyn Debley controls for the Lady Cats. Leads ahead to Gilman. She'll spin it on the far side to Young. Behind the arch there. Swish number 2 for Kirsten Young. 2 shots, 2 threes, and the Lady Cats break out 6-0. 1 minute into tonight's contest here at home on homecoming night at Burlington High. Ball tipped away. It'll stay in the hands of Prairie View. They'll play it on the end line against the Lady Cat in-court pressure. Trapped. Now back to the inbounder. She'll dribble on the left wing into the hands of Ost. Comes to the timeline and across on the right-hand wing. She'll set the offense for the Buffaloes. Ball swings left wing into the hands of Kirkpatrick. Looks to the high post. Now they'll bring it out behind the arch again. Put the ball on the floor. Turn back. They'll give it up to Ost again. She'll go down the lane. Shot away. Off the rim. No good. And we've got a travel. Hesitated before she can make the pass and turn the ball over. First turnover on the night for the Lady Cats. Prairie View will play it in underneath their own bucket. They trail Burlington 6-0 here in the opening 2 minutes of play at Burlington's homecoming. They'll spin the ball behind the arch. 2-point shot away, and it's out of bounds. Rebound couldn't get chased down quick enough, and the Lady Cats will play it in on the end line. In the backcourt, Paige Sawyer and Julia Gilman bring it up across the line. They'll set on the far wing. There is Paige's shot, no good, but chases down her rebound, tips it away to Gilman. Now they'll find Young. Plays it in low to Ashlyn Debley. She's up for the shot, and Ashlyn gets her first bucket. Lady Cats 3 for 3 from the floor in the early going here. Those numbers can add up quickly with an 8-0 lead for the Lady Cats. Ost with the ball at the top of the key, looks left wing. On the give and go, she goes down the lane, cut off there by Wagner. Nice job. Pass out is tipped away, chased down in the backcourt. Now they'll bring it up. The Buffaloes will set the offense. Look to the high post. Now they'll bring it out to the top of the key. Set it on the near wing in the hands of Haley Brown, the lone senior starter. Now we've got a reach-in foul. That's going to be Camry Wagner whistled for the Lady Cats. Second team foul.
Burlington foul for 3, Julia Gilman.
No, that was Julia Gilman, number 3, not 35. We had a little trouble up at Wellsville the other night with the officials and their signaling to the bench here. Ball tipped, gets loose in the backcourt. Oss now comes up with it. They'll bring it to the left side. Back into the hands of Brown. She'll look over the top. On the sweep, they come right wing. Kirkpatrick with the dribble. Goes down low, can't get a shot off. Now the ball stripped. Gilman with the ball. She'll bring it up court. Young on the left wing, looks inside, picks up the dribble. Now back on top. They go to Ashland. Short shot away, no good. There for the rebound. Camry kicks out to Young. First shot missed there. Ball tipped away out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lady Cats. Substitute set to check in for Burlington. Number 4, Grace Kuhlman, and number 14, Tara Thorpe in the lineup now for the Lady Cats. Inbound, Thorpe picks up the dribble, goes out to Young behind the arch. Another 3. Count it down. 3 3-pointers for Kirsten Young. And a timeout on the floor by the Buffaloes here, with the Lady Cats leading 11-0 at the 4:26 mark in the first quarter. A short 30-second timeout by the Prairie View coach before the Lady Cats make this 11-0 run and extend it out for more of a lead, as Kirsten Young, 3 of 4 from the floor tonight with 9 points already to lead the Lady Cats in scoring. Burlington High School band again performing here between breaks as they do a great job every Tuesday and Friday night when the Lady Cats and the Wildcats are here at home. They get the crowd into the game. A fine performance by head band director Patella. Ball in the backcourt. Now inbound. Put the ball in the hands of Ost as she'll dribble to the timeline. Kirsten Young picks up the defensive assignment. Across the timeline, they'll work left wing. Brown with the ball on the floor. Back to Ost. She tries a three-point shot. It won't go. And Sawyer boards it for Burlington. Up-court pass. Nice lead in. Fouled. Kirsten Young sees Jarrah Thorpe coming from the left side. Jarrah going down the lane, got fouled by Kenna Walker. First personal foul on Walker, and that will send Jarrah to the line for the Lady Cats. The first trip through the stripe tonight. Jarrah can't connect on the first, but she'll be there for a second free throw. Set for that second free throw attempt now. Jarrah steps up, and this free throw is short off the front of the rim. No good, and rebounded away to the Buffaloes. Kirsten Young with the steal. Brings the ball back up to Thorpe on the far side. Back to Kirsten. Top of the circle, a 3. 4 3-pointers for Kirsten Young. The coach on her feet to encourage her defenders to watch Kirsten. They know who's got the hot hand. Across the timeline, bring it to the left wing. 18-foot shot off the rim, no good. Wagner chases down the board for the Lady Cats. Of course, they'll lead it ahead to Grace Kuhlman. Cut off there, back out to Sawyer behind the arch. Page's shot off the rim, no good. Rebound to Camry. She can't get it to fall on the chipper. Ball loose on the floor, and now we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow goes to the Buffaloes, as they'll have a substitute set to check in. Number 35, Becky Kerr, into the lineup. The senior for Prairie View. Only 2 seniors on the Prairie View squad tonight. Haley Brown and Becky Kerr. Both on the floor here for the Buffaloes. They'll bring it to the timeline, and a double-team trap. Good job. Kirsten Young with the steal, leads out to Kuhlman. Up with the layup, no good. Kirsten underneath for the possession. It's tied up there, and the possession arrow will go with the Lady Cats. lead out pass, but Grace does not finish it off on the drive. As substitutes checking back in include Ashlyn Debley and Julia Gilman back on the floor for Burlington. High lead pass, they go to Kuhlman. Down low to Ashlyn, blocked from the backside. Gets the ball back in hand, gives it up to Kuhlman. Her shot short off the front of the rim, no good, and rebounded away by Kerr for the Buffaloes. They'll bring it up, trailing 14-0 here with 2:44 remaining, and a steal. Thorpe checks in front of the pass, down court, and her layup can't get it off with the left hand, and the Buffaloes will bring it back out. Across the timeline, they'll set the offense on the right wing. Down low, Kerr shot away is no good, and Ashlyn Debley, good rebounding position, collects for the Lady Cats. They'll come off court quickly. Lead in goes to Kuhlman. Turn around back to Julia. Gilman a three. It's the number for Julia. Her first bucket of the night. And the Lady Cats stretch it out to a 17-0 margin here in the first quarter of play. Moss with the reverse dribble. Goes to the high post. Sets. Shot away, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Grace Kuhlman picks up her first personal foul. And the third team foul on the Lady Cats here. They'll be at the charity stripe for two free throws. Number 21, that's Kenna Walker stepping up for Prairie View. That free throw is on the way, but off the front of the rim, no good. She'll be there for a second free throw attempt. Number 10, Molly Loomis returns to the lineup now for the Buffaloes. As the second free throw is arched on the way. First point of the night for Prairie View here at the 1:55 mark. And a 17-1 margin. Lady Cats lead it. We're inside of 2 minutes to play in the first quarter of action. Gilman spins it to Kuhlman in the far corner. Looking on the inside, not there. They'll skip it to the near wing. Now put it in the hands of Young. Her three away this time. Couldn't find the mark. And with the rebound, here come the Buffaloes up court on the right-hand wing. Now they'll put it back into the hands of Brown. Leads down low. Not there. They'll bring it to the top of the key again in the hands of Kirkpatrick. She'll put it on the floor with the left-hand dribble. Stops and pops off the board, up and in. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick gets the first field goal for the Buffaloes. And it's a 17-3 lead. Oh, Young couldn't get the three to go, but Gilman controls the rebound, sends it out to Thorpe. That won't fall. Julia gets the ball, and it appeared she got pushed from the backside. The official said it's out of bounds. Julia looks at him and gives the evil eye. Play on. In the backcourt, Buffaloes with the ball across the timeline now on the right wing. Down low to Brown. She leads it inside. Shot away, but we're got a whistle and a foul. Stops action as number 10, Molly Loomis, will be going to the line. Grace Kuhlman picks up her second personal foul and 4 team fouls on the Lady Cats. Loomis set for first free throw. She'll have 2 here. Connects on the first, and she'll be ready for a second free throw. Cameron Wagner back on the floor for the Lady Cats as the Buffalo making a run right here. Held scoreless through the first 6 minutes of play, and now on a 5-0 run to bring it back to a 17-5 lead for the Lady Cats. They'll look to the left wing. Now in the corner, skip pass comes to Gilman behind the arch. She'll pass off on right side to Sawyer. Looks to Thorpe. She'll fire the three up. It's short. There for the rebound. Paige Sawyer got the board to go up for the shot. The ball slapped out of her hands, but body contact brings a foul. As number 21, Kenna Walker, is whistled for her second personal foul.
Number 5, Sawyer.
Sawyer to the line, connects on the first free throw, and she'll be there for a second. Set at the charity stripe. It's on the way. Hard off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded away to Loomis for the Buffaloes. At an 18-5 lead, the Lady Cats on top as we have 15 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. Ball at the top of the circle. Loomis spins right side to Brown. She'll drive in the lane. Left-hand shot away. No good. Thorpe with the rebound. She'll bring it up court. Across the timeline. Stops and pops, but no good. That's the buzzer, and we put one quarter in the books here with the Burlington Lady Cats leading 18-5 over the Prairie View Buffaloes. We'll take a break and be back after this 1 minute timeout.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. The Lady Cats hosting the Prairie View Buffaloes. They're not a very gracious host as they go out to a 17-0 run to open the contest before Prairie View finally got on the board and scores 5 points. We're at the start of our second quarter. The Lady Cats leading 18-5 over the Prairie View Buffaloes. Prairie View with possession to start the second quarter of action. They'll work on the right wing. Brown with the ball lobs in low, but over the top. Gilman picks the ball. That turnover sends the ball into the hands of the Lady Cats. Lay it inside, but the ball tipped. And now we've got a possession arrow. It'll stay with the Lady Cats here as Kirsten Young checks into the lineup for Burlington. Buffaloes stepped out of bounds to take that inbound ball. But it is a Lady Cat basketball as Paige Sloyer will key it up for Burlington. Look for the cutters down low. Not there. They'll go high out over the top to Wagner. Now back to Paige. Three-point shot away is no good. Chase down the board. Lady Cats gain control with Debley. She'll stop and pop from 12. No good there. And Ost boards out and leads it up court to Brown on the far wing. Three-point shot away is no good, and Sawyer controls on the rebound ahead to Gilman. Lead out pass to Camry. Left-hand shot won't go. It's off the rim. But there for the putback is Ashlyn Debley. Get the two. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line. That rebound, Ashley worked hard, got position underneath Molly Loomis with the foul, her first personal. And Ashlyn will go to the line for the Lady Cats. That free throw is on the way up and good. Stretched out to a 21-5 lead here with the first score of this second quarter. Gilman with the steal, but loses the ball in the backcourt. Buffaloes regain possession. Across the timeline, they'll bring it to Ost. She'll call out the play for the Buffaloes on the left wing. Cut off from going down the lane. They'll find Brown on the right side. Now over the top. Lady Cats in a 2-3 zone. And a whistle. A steal by Ashlyn Debley, but we've got a whistle-stopping play in the backcourt. Number 3 with a push is Ashlyn Kirkpatrick for the Buffaloes. Down in the paint, away from the action of the ball. 4 team fouls on each team now. Inlet pass to Debley. It's knocked away out of bounds. And that'll stay with the Lady Cats to key it in underneath their own bucket. Set to check in for the Buffaloes, Kenna Walker, to return to the lineup, as they will enter her into the game here before they give the ball to Paige Sawyer to key it for Burlington. Walker on the floor with 2 personal fouls. Lady Cats played in to Wagner at the high post. Now Young will bring it back out. They'll start the offense all over again. Down low, Depley turnaround shot off the board, no good. Tipped on the rebound out to Gilman, but it's stolen away. Ost comes out of there with it, and she'll lead the loose ball on the right wing. Back into the hands of Boddicker. They'll bring it to the top of the key and start the offense. Boddicker behind the arch in the near corner. Shot up, no good. Walker, rebound, and a putback won't go. And Julia Gilman controls for the Lady Cats. Outlet pass down low to Depley. Gets rid of her defender, but can't hit the chippy. That was a bugaboo on Wednesday night, not being able to hit that short 3-point or 3-foot shot. Ost with the shot off the rim, no good. Young leads it out to Depley. She's under the bucket, no miss this time. As she released on the shot, went down all alone and finishes that bucket off for her 7th point of the night. A steal by Gilman. She'll take it up with the left hand. Ball knocked out of it. No, it's knocked back off of Julia, out of bounds. Good defense. Protecting underneath was Ost after Julia had made the steal. Came out on the drive, but Ost got a hand in, knocked it off of Julia, and that'll be Buffalo ball. Steal by Thorpe, steps in, gives it up. Now back to Gilman. She'll look ahead. Getting back quickly is Ashland. Shot is up and off the rim, out of bounds. No good. Ashland runs the floor like no other out there tonight. She's going to catch a break now as her and Julia come to the bench for the Lady Cats. And we have a timeout on the floor with the Burlington Lady Cats leading at 23-5 here with 4:45 left on the clock. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here on the Dawg. And thank you again for joining us for Homecoming Night 2018. Lady Cats and the Wildcats look to get back in the winning ways after a bad road trip to Wellsville on Tuesday. Both teams falling to defeat that night, and they want to get the ship righted here as we wind it up for the end of this 2017-18 season. 5 games remaining on the schedule before they go to sub-state action. That'll be held March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd over at Anderson County. It'll be Anderson County, Osawatomie, and Baldwin, along with Burlington, in that Class 4A Division II sub-state. Oh, lost focus. We have a steal, but Jara Thorpe traveled with the ball as she tried to get possession and come off court. That turnover will give it back to the Buffaloes. They'll play it in the backcourt. Ball on the near side in the hands of Brown. She'll give it up left wing, but the ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. And on the floor, Michael Watkins brings in her substitution for the first time tonight. As Sawyer comes to the bench, Brown skip pass over the top. Her 3-point shot away is no good. Rebound, but off the hands of the Lady Cats, out of bounds. It will be Buffalo ball underneath their own bucket. Looking for the cutter in the paint. They'll go far side. Behind the arch, Brown, a 3-shot away is no good. And Kirsten Young boards up for the Lady Cats. Leads out to Thorpe. Now back on the left swing. Young, 18-foot shot, no good. But a big rebound and a kick out. That's what it was. She was too darn close. Kirsten Young behind the arch hits her 5th 3-pointer of the night. And the Lady Cats extend that lead to a 26-5 margin here over the Buffaloes. Trying a three on the other end. Buffaloes can't get it to fall, but it's off the Lady Cats out of bounds. And Prairie View will play it in underneath their own bucket. Oss to keep it up for the Buffaloes. Looks for the cutter. Into the corner. Now they'll have to go clear out high on the top. Picks up the dribble. Kerr with the ball. Spins it to the right side. Ball loose on the floor. Thorpe goes down for it. Releases. Now we finally got a tie-up here. Everybody's scrambling for that loose ball. And with possession arrow in favor of Prairie View, they'll play it in under their own bucket. Grace Kuhlman checked into the lineup. Also on the floor, number 40, Katie Mefford, in the lineup for the Lady Cats. Shot away by the Buffaloes, can't connect. And Jara Thorpe chases it down. She'll bring it on the left side, layup, but it's off the board, no good. She was fouled on the shot, and Jara Thorpe will step to the line. Number 21, Kenna Walker, she picks up her third personal foul, and that does send Jara Thorpe to the line for the Lady Cats. She sinks the first free throw and will be there for a second. First point of the night for Jara. And she'll stand up for another free throw attempt. This one is on the way off the rim, no good. Rebounded out of there by Kirkpatrick for the Buffaloes. As the Lady Cats, a 22-point margin, 27-5 over the Buffaloes. Shot away, ball loose on the floor, chased down in the corner. Prairie View gets possession. Brown, a three, off the board, no good there. Rebound fought for, loose ball in the paint. Thorpe comes out of there with it. Two officials whistling. We're going to have to see who the foul is on. That is number 35, Becky Kerr, her first personal foul. And 16 fouls now on the Buffaloes. Up court comes Thorpe with 2:55 remaining on the clock here in the first half of play. Gilman to the score stand, set to check in. Kirsten Young to the top. And taken away. And up court come the Buffaloes. They'll dribble drive to the lane, but the ball stripped loose. It's out of bounds off of Prairie View, and that will be Lady Cat basketball to play in on the end line. Kirsten Young comes to the bench. She's led the Lady Cats scoring here with 5 3-pointers in the first half of play, with 15 points for the Lady Cats. Kuhlman with the ball, high over the top. Now they'll bring it to the left wing. Finds Gilman. Back to Watkins, top of the key. She'll feed it to Thorpe on the right wing. Not there with the shot. Patient to work the ball around the top of the circle. Now high post. Here comes Kuhlman. Picks it out to Thorpe. Julia looks inside to Mefford. Puts the ball on the floor. Back to Kuhlman. Shot away. No good. Up court they come. Buffaloes trailing the Lady Cats. 27-5, and a steal by Thorpe. Gets in the way of the passing lane. Lays it up off the rim. Good. Julia Gilman with the putback. Gets that bucket for the Lady Cats. Jara just not on the mark with those breakaways tonight. Doing a great job on the defense, but having trouble finishing on the drive. Buffaloes up court. They put it in the hands of Ost. Her three-point away is no good. And the Lady Cats control. Watkins across the timeline, works right wing. Look to go inside to Mefford, but the ball tipped away into the hands of the Buffalo, and they'll play it up court. Look to the right wing in the hands of Brown. Ball high over her head. Thorpe tips it away into the backcourt. They'll chase it down by Bodyker. She'll control the ball for Prairie View. Comes near side. Ost firing again. They have been cold as the night outside. cannot find a bucket. Boddicker tries it from three. Short also, no good. And Gilman rebounds for the Lady Cats. 30 seconds remain on the clock here in the first half of play tonight on homecoming night in Burlington. Thorpe in the deep corner, pulls it back out to the top of the circle. Watkins finds Gilman near wing. Skip pass, though, go to Thorpe. Three up, no good. Chase down the loose ball. Brown with it in the hands for the Buffaloes. As they'll bring it across the timeline. 6 seconds on the clock. Kerr with a three-shot away, no good. Watkins rebounds, and the buzzer sounds. We go to the halftime with the Burlington Lady Cats leading 29-5 over the Prairie View Lady Buffs. We'll get our stats together here from our first half of action when we return after this timeout, and we'll have a special guest interview here at the halftime break. Bobby, give us about 3 minutes, and we'll be ready for the halftime activity.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net. The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. It is homecoming night, and the Lady Cats looking to celebrate down to a great start, running off 17 points on the Lady Buffaloes before Prairie View could get on the board. They take an 18-5 lead at the end of the first quarter. Ramp up the defense, hold Prairie View scoreless in the second quarter, and we're at the halftime break with the Lady Cats up 29-5 over Prairie View. The 3 Buffaloes in the scoreboard. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick and Molly Loomis with 2 points each. Kenna Walker got her point from the charity stripe for the total for Prairie View in the first half of play. Lady Cats went to the free throw line with Faith Sawyer and Jarrah Thorpe converting there for their 1 point each. 5 points, Julia Gilman behind the arc and from the floor, a 3 and a 2 to add up for her 5 on the night. Ashlyn Dibley worked hard down in the paint. Comes up with 7 points total and a pocket full of a rebound for the Lady Cats. Pretty easy to keep score for Kirsten Young. Just right down a 3-point whenever she goes out for the shot. She made 5 of those 3-pointers in the first half of play here tonight to lead the Lady Cats with 15 at the break. So the Lady Cats, after that trip to Wellsville, getting back into the winning ways here, lead it at the halftime break. And here at the half, we have a special guest to interview tonight, head wrestling coach for the Burlington Wildcat Wrestlers, Coach Doug Vanderlinden. And we send our congratulations to Coach, as this past week he got his 400th dual wrestling coaching win. That's a mouthful. Doug, congratulations.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
Tell us a little bit about where it started, where it ended.
Well, it started in 1990-91. Bill Manwaring and Bill agreed to stay on and help coach that first couple of years. But we went 0-12, and the last 2 matches of the season we tied the teams we wrestled. Mission Valley was our first tie. Next season, we opened up with Mission Valley here at home and picked up our first dual win. And then from there, 27 years later, we go back to Mission Valley, and they switched the order on us, and I had nothing to do with that. They switched the order on us. We wrestled Rossville first for $3.99, and then we wrestled Mission Valley for number 400. So an incredible journey along the way, a lot of great kids, a lot of great coaches that I've worked with, and also just a lot of great parents who have supported us. It's been fun to look back and realize how long it's been and the journey along the way.
That is perseverance from start to finish, support of everybody along the way. And I'm sure that you're getting phone calls and messages from people from your past that says, congratulations, it's long overdue, it's time, and you've worked all the way through it for us.
It's been fun. It's, and a lot of messages, a lot of Facebook messages and texts and so forth from former kids and parents and so forth. It's been fun. But I keep reminding everybody, I was cheering in the corner, and they did the hard work. So,
hey, that is the way you get to where you are now. The season not over yet, but we're winding down. Had the league tournament last night over at Osawatomie.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little about the tournament there.
League tournament this year was a little different format. There weren't as many wrestlers. It seemed like we were down about 25 wrestlers in the league, and so we ended up with a lot of round-robin brackets at Jim, and what's different about that is all of a sudden every kid's placing. So every kid's getting first through fourth. And it was kind of a strange night for us from that perspective. We're used to bracket format. And but we had 3 league champions. We had Evan Toddy at 120, Ethan Toddy at 132, Kel Johnson at 145. We're all league champions. Kate Berkemeyer stepped into the varsity last night, took second place as the league runner-up. Then we also had Brett Bover. Brett was a runner-up. Brett lost to a kid who's ranked number 2 in the state right now. And Brett's ranked number 4. So it was a real good state championship type match. So we're hoping we'll see him again here at regionals. And then Tyson Brashears took second, was a runner-up. John Williams was third and was a medalist. And we had several other kids place fourth. So what disappointed, we had a couple of kids that I thought had some tough tournaments, just didn't perform the way they could. And that was the difference between first and third. It was about 20 points difference, and had a chance. We just couldn't close a couple deals.
Finish that off. So the league tournament is all in the books now. I know tomorrow here in Burlington it's a JV tournament hosted here at home.
It is. We've got just over 25 schools. We've got 250 wrestlers. So this could be, heading into scratches in the weather, this could be one of our largest JV tournaments that we've ever hosted. So we're kind of excited about that. In addition, we've got 5 girls that are going to McPherson to the Kansas Girls High School State Kansas Girls High School Championship.
All right.
It's an unofficial state tournament. We're hoping to sanction girls wrestling in the next year. We've had girls on our team off and on for a long time, but this is our first year we locked into a girls division, and then we also locked into our girls tournament that we hosted was the largest in the state up till the state tournament, and we really want to build that division, and hopefully next year we'll have girls competing in a true state championship.
That's right. It has been a program that has been out there. Now it's all coming together, and the support of that here locally and around the state is really coming to fruition right now.
It is. Girls wrestling will save college wrestling. And that's really, it sounds strange, but with Title IX and some of the things going on right now, truly girls wrestling started for America at the Olympic level. Little girls and kids club have wrestled for a long time, but it's gonna be the savior point for collegiate wrestling.
And with the JV tournament tomorrow, then it's back to varsity action next week, being able to host the regional for Class 4A right here at Burlington. And what type of numbers will you have showing up for that?
We're going to have 16 teams, a lot of depth in that tournament in terms of quality of guys and wrestling and so forth. We think we'll probably have between 160 and 200 wrestlers. We'll start at Friday at 2 o'clock, and we'll wrestle all the way to the championship finals. So we'll know who's going to be in the championship finals as we wrestle Friday night and finish up action. Then we come back on Saturday with the top 12, and then they'll wrestle down to the final 2, who will be state qualifiers, and that'll be we'll be doing that Saturday afternoon, probably about 3 o'clock, and then we'll have the championship finals roughly 4:30. So by Saturday afternoon, we'll know our group of state qualifiers for 2018.
And what you said that would be the top 2 in each weight division will qualify to go to the state tournament?
Actually, the top 4 go.
Top 4
on
go.
Friday night, we'll know who the finalists are.
On Friday, you'll know the top.
Yeah, we'll know the finalists who are first and second, and then we'll wrestle from basically the remaining 10. We'll wrestle from them down to third and fourth, and the top 4 go on to the state tournament in Salina.
All right. You guys are familiar with that road to Salina. You've had a few slick drives out there.
We've had
over the last few years. The weather didn't cooperate well, but once you get there, everybody is ready to put their best on the floor.
Exactly. And our kids are ready for that too. They're really in a good spot right now, wrestling well. And we've got a real fundamental. We got a belief system and a mindset that I think is going to pay off, as well as just developing a mental toughness that goes with surviving the chaos of the state regional and state tournament.
And some return wrestlers that hope to make a return match who were there the last year or two.
Yes, absolutely. We've got 5 returning state qualifiers from last year's squad, Evan and Ethan Toddy. Then we've got Cale Johnson, Brett Bober, and Tyson Shears. So those 5, and then we've got several other kids that are ready to make their first trip. They really want to make their first trip. So, I'm really confident in these guys. I really believe in kind of what they've been doing, and now the big thing is getting them to believe in themselves.
And I heard you made a little road trip, was that last Tuesday night, up to Baldwin to see a former Burlington wrestler?
We did. We've had a chance one other time to go watch Colby wrestle, and the kids love watching him compete now. He's ranked number 14 in the nation in NAIA. So had a chance to watch him wrestle Ottawa University the other night, pick up a pin, and he's really made that transition to collegiate wrestling, and has probably, I think he's somewhere like 20-6 or in that range, competitively or as a wrestler. They get ready. They have what they call the Heart of America that you're familiar with. Heart of America Conference Championships are a week from Saturday. So they'll be competing at the same time we're here at regionals. And basically collegiate wrestling, you wrestle within your conference, and then you have a certain number of placers, a certain number of invitations based on the strength of your conference. And their conference right now has the number 1 and 2 team in the nation in it. So they should have some pretty solid opportunities and some good bids. And then there's also at-large bids as well. So we're hoping, we're excited for him, and just to be able to cap off his freshman year in a big way.
That is exciting, to have one of your former wrestlers move on to that level and be successful early in his career there as a freshman, getting the opportunities at Baldwin and being close to home where some of the locals can go see him. And he's been very successful. Build on that. These young men coming behind say he can do it. Let's do it ourselves.
Exactly, yeah. They definitely are starting to buy into that. Colby's in a great program with Cody Garcia, the head coach there. He's a four-time All-American when he was wrestling Nebraska, Omaha. And just a great environment. In fact, I met a trainer the other night there that I think is kind of related to you somehow.
Yeah, that guy said it was good to go back to Baldwin. He spent 2 years there, worked with the wrestling squad, and he was glad to get back home again to those folks.
Yeah, he is. Austin had a great visit with him the other night, how his family and wife are doing, and kind of how he enjoys getting back home. So that was pretty cool. He walked up to me. I did not realize he was going to work with the wrestling team when he went back there, so it was great to see him.
All right, well, hey, Coach Doug Vanderlinden with us here at the halftime, bring us up to date on the success of the Burlington wrestling squad this season, going to the league tournament and getting ready for the regionals here to be hosted at Burlington High School next Friday night with the first rounds, and then it all finishes up to get qualifiers for the state tournament in Salina the very next weekend. We wish you good luck to your team. Again, congratulations on the recognition for that 400th victory as a coach, and many more on in your future, Doug.
Thanks, Jim, and thanks for KSNP and the listeners, the advertisers, everybody that supports what you're doing, and looking forward to a great homecoming night here.
All right, the Lady Cats have got underway here. We've had a good interview with Coach Vanderlinden, and we haven't had much time. We talked to him early in the season. And the basketball game moving on, the Lady Cats again having a little trouble here with Prairie View as we get underway in the third quarter. A foul stopping action sends Ashlyn Dibley to the line where she'll shoot 2 free throws. Lady Cats have expanded that lead to a 38-5 margin as Jarrah Thorpe and Michael Watkins check in for Burlington. Dibley at the charity stripe for the Lady Cats. First free throw was off the mark. Second one hits home. And she's got 10 points on the night to go into double figures and send the Lady Cats to a 40-5 margin over Prairie View. 4:14 remaining on the clock in the third quarter of play as Boddicker brings the ball up court. They'll send it to the left wing. Look inside. Brown with a shot away is no good. And rebounded out of there is Watkins for the Lady Cats. Up the right side. Underneath finds Jarrah Thorpe. Nice pass to thread that needle. And Jarrah finishes it off for the Lady Cats. We've got a timeout on the floor here with the Lady Cats leading 42-5. Prairie View wants to talk it over. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsors of Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway, your friendly hometown grocery store in Burlington, where this week a fresh family pack boneless beef ribeye steak, $7.99 a pound. Also Florida strawberries, 1 pound fresh, $1.99. And for your sweetheart, Hershey's Miniature Hearts, $4.99. Or Lifesavers, Starburst, or Skittles candies, 2 for $5. And Mars Fun Size mixed bags, $4.99. Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends February 13th.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. The Lady Cats hosting the Buffaloes from Prairie View, and they have not been able to keep up with Burlington. Lady Cats out on a 17-0 run to start the contest. Kept the foot on the gas, and the defense doing a great job of holding Prairie View from getting good looks at the bucket. It's a 42-5 lead for Burlington here with 3:25 remaining on the clock in the third quarter. A reach-in foul on Jarrah Thorpe will put the ball in the hands of Buffalo to play it in underneath their own bucket. Jarrah picks up her first personal foul and the first team foul on the Lady Cats. Ball's on the floor loose, and Thorpe comes out of there with it for Burlington. Up court, right wing, they'll put it in the hands of Young. She looks inside, but couldn't make the good pass. Katie Mefford didn't get control before she shuffled her feet. And into the lineup comes Paige Sawyer again. Kirsten Young will go to the bench with 18 points on the night, all of those coming from behind the three-point arch. 3:11 on the clock. The Buffaloes bring it up court and start the offense on the left wing. Back around, top of the horn, go to Davis. Picks up that dribble. Now they'll find Kirkpatrick at the top. Boddicker, but a pass tipped away by Thorpe. Boddicker chases it down, brings it up. Brown in the far corner, three-point shot away, no good. And Mefford pulls a rebound for the Lady Cats. Up court, Paige Sawyer with the dribble, looks inside, now takes it to the top. Watkins feeds down low. Turnaround shot by Wagner, and she's fouled. That's going to send Camry Wagner to the line for Burlington. Number 21 with the foul is Kenna Walker, her fourth personal. At 3 in the first half of play as Camry steps to the line. She connects on the first free throw, and she'll be there for a second opportunity. Grace Opp back into the lineup along with Becky Kerr for the Buffaloes here with 3:25 remaining. And the Lady Cats, a comfortable 43-5 lead. Shot away is no good. On the rebound, we have a tie-up, and the possession arrow will go to the Buffaloes. They'll play it in the backcourt. Ball in the hands of Ost to start the offense for Prairie View. Now Boddicker spins to the left-hand side. But a bad pass out of bounds off the hands of Caitlin Davis, and the Lady Cats will play it in. In the backcourt, Thorpe with the dribble. Across the timeline, gives it up to Paige Sawyer. Look down the lane, but kicks out to Watkins. Three ball in and out, won't fall. Therefore, the putback is number 14, Jarrah Thorpe. Thorpe, 6 points in this third quarter, a total of 7 on the night for Jarrah. Ost with the ball at the top of the key. Works to the left wing. Dribble over the top. Hard dribble by Davis. Gives it up. Now tipped away, and Jarrah Thorpe comes out of there with it for the Lady Cats. Timeout by Coach Dave Gilman with the Lady Cats leading 45-40 here over the Buffaloes on homecoming night at Burlington High. The Lady Cats doing their job, coming out of the gate to get a big lead, and they will secure another Pioneer League victory here at home on homecoming night. They'll move that record up to 8-1. Their only Pioneer defeat was at the hands of Wellsville this past Tuesday night. We've been through the lineup one time already with all the Pioneer League teams. Played Wellsville twice. Next on the list after tonight's game will be a home contest with Santa Fe Trail. Then they'll hit the road 2 nights in a row. Osawatomie next Friday, Council Grove the following Tuesday, then wrap up the season with the home senior night right here on February 22nd as the Lady Cats take on Anderson County before it'll be sub-state time. Back on the floor, Watkins with the ball, dribble, goes to the high post, finds Griffith, comes back to Paige Sawyer at the free throw line. Shot is up and in. Paige Sawyer quiet on the offensive side this evening with only 3 points, but doing a great job defending for the Lady Cats. Ball down in low. Kerr wrapped up. Possession arrow. It's going to go to the Lady Cats. Jalen Griffith into the lineup at that last time out. Now checking in is Grace Hess for the Lady Cats here with 1:07 remaining in the third quarter. Watkins with the dribble across the timeline. Also checking in, Zoe Caldwell for the Lady Cats. We've got a carried ball. That turnover will send the ball back to the Buffaloes here as we're under a minute to go in our third quarter. Ball in the backcourt. Haas to call out the play for the Buffaloes. Looks to the high post. Now they'll swing right wing. Haas, a three on the way. Off the rim, no good. Griffith there for the rebound and a tie-up again underneath the bucket. And the possession arrow will be with the Buffaloes. They'll play it in under their own bucket. Looking for the cutter. Out in the wing comes Bodiker. Puts it on the floor. Up top. Now set with the dribble drive. Oh! Hit the floor hard. No foul called. Rebound chased down. Can't get that one to fall. Another putback shot. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. Zoe Caldwell had good defensive position. Got ran into. The officials say play on. Bodies were flying every direction. Clock stopped now for the free throw as number 12, Grace Haas, connects for the first point since the first quarter for the Buffaloes here. She'll set for a second free throw. It's on the way off the mark. No good. Now the ball loose on the floor. Haas picked up the loose ball. Shot away is no good. And now we've got a tie-up. Ladies could not get a good possession either way. And a whistle and a foul on the Lady Cats. Number 45, Abby Dunn, is whistled for the foul. 3 team fouls on the Lady Cats. They'll inbound it to Bodiker, and she gets her first bucket of the night. Lindsay Bodiker, the freshman, on the floor for the Buffaloes. Caldwell with the ball. Looks down in the paint. Pulls up for the shot. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Tie up there with 1/10 of a second on the clock. Possession arrow to the Lady Cats. All they can do is tip the ball on the inbound. Now the gun sounds as we go to the end of 3 quarters of play with the Burlington Lady Cats leading 47-8. We're going to take this 1-minute timeout and return with Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
A My Town media station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock. KSNP 97.7 Burlington.
The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg. Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg. Tonight a home game for homecoming. The Lady Cats and the Lady Buffaloes from Prairie View. Kirsten Young out on the fast break. A good outlet pass from Gilman, and Kirsten finishes it at the rim with the bucket. 20 points on the night, which is Kirsten's game average. Shot away, no good. Ball off of Gilman's hands, out of bounds. It'll be Buffalo ball underneath their own basket. Here with 7:25 to go in the contest. Here in the fourth quarter, with a league policy of more than a 30-point lead, the clock will run as number 21, Kenna Walker, a little bit of frustration there as she picks up her fifth personal foul. She'll come to the bench for the 5'9 junior, and the Lady Cats will play it in on the near sideline. Paige Sawyer to key it in for the Lady Cats here as they lead it 41 points here and 6 minutes to go in tonight's contest. Grace Kuhlman, top of the key, spins it to Sawyer on the far side. Good inlet pass to Grace, has to release to Kirsten. A three-ball away is no good. Grace there for the rebound. She gets tied up, and the possession arrow will stay with the Lady Cats. Grace, a good positioning for that rebound. But when the ball came down, another Lady Buffalo tied her up with the two-hand possession. They get the ball in low, but tripped away, and Boddicker comes out of there with it for the Buffaloes. On the left wing, Brown puts it on the floor, dribble drive, cut off. Tried to get that pass to Lubas, but stolen in there by Grace Kuhlman. Ahead, they'll lead it to Young on the inline. Now back out to the top of the circle. Lady Cats will work the offense on the near wing, put it into the hands of Sawyer. High pivot. There is Jara Thorpe from the charity stripe. Up and in for Jara, and she has 9 points for the Lady Cats. 51-8, the margin for the Lady Cats here, as we're close to the 5-minute mark of tonight's contest. Stop and pop by Ost, and she gets it to fall. Grace Ost with her third point on the night. Up court come the Lady Cats. A 3-point by Young from behind the arch. And Coach Gilman calling a timeout here. Will stop the clock as he wants to get some substitutes in. That's going to be a full 1-minute timeout as we'll take a break for our sponsors of Lady Cat Basketball on the Dog.
Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a great start to the new year, then Napa Auto Parts is just what you need. A dependable Napa Legend Premium battery with an 84-month warranty, the Napa Legend Premium will deliver great starts for the next several years. Plus, purchase one during January. You'll get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail, a new battery, and $20 back. Now that's a great start to the new year. Go NapaMocan.com or Napa Mocan on Facebook for more great offers.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Lady Cat Basketball here on the Dog. Homecoming night, and the Lady Cats will seal a victory as they hold a 43-point lead over the Lady Buffaloes from Prairie View. 4:45 on the clock here as the clock counts down, a running clock, in fact, in the fourth quarter. Loose ball on the floor, tipped out of bounds. Now we've got another timeout here called by the Prairie View Lady Buffalo coach on the near side. She wants these ladies to value possessions of the ball each time as they were playing sloppy with it on that pass around. They've got to finish out this contest and move on. They got a victory on Tuesday night against the team from Jayhawk Glen. And we're looking to keep themselves moving the right direction, but they hit a bad when it comes to Burlington on homecoming night, as the Lady Cats have had control throughout tonight's contest. So Prairie View will play it in underneath their own bucket here with 4:19 on the clock. Buffaloes to inbound. High over the top. But a steal there by Jara Thorpe. She read that pass perfectly, got in the passing lane. Across the timeline on the near side. The Cats will put it back on the floor. New lineup for the Lady Cats. Grace Hess in for the Lady Cats along with Watkins. Also down low, number 40, Katie Mefford. They'll join Grace Kuhlman and Jara Thorpe. This may be a lineup that we'll see next year on the floor quite often. Getting varsity time on the floor. Kuhlman in the lane, turnaround shot off the rim, won't fall, and cleared away by Boddicker. She'll bring it across the timeline, work left wing, into the hands of Brown. Now back to Boddicker. Fires up a three, and it's good. Lindsay Boddicker with a 2 and a 3 gives her 5 points on the night here. 3 minutes and 20 on the clock, counting down. The Lady Cats a 53-13 margin here at home. Lady Cats patient, working that offense down the paint. Grace Kuhlman goes up for the shot. It's no good, but she was fouled on the way, and Grace will go to the line for the Lady Cats. Number 23 with the foul is Haley Brown, picking up her first personal foul. That's going to be the 15th foul. And Grace sinks the free throw, her first point of the night. Zoe Caldwell checking into the lineup now, along with number 34, Jalen Griffith, in the lineup also for Burlington. Kuhlman's second free throw away is no good. Jalen there with the loose ball, puts up a shot, but now after the rebound is tied up, and the possession arrow will go to Prairie View. Number 45 checking in for Burlington. Abby Dunn returns to the lineup. With 2:09 on the clock, Buffaloes will bring it up the middle of the court. They'll set it on the right wing. Kirkpatrick with a shot away is no good. And there to clear the ball. Dunn rebounds. Strong move, releases out to Caldwell. Near side, Watkins picks up her dribble, goes back to Caldwell, top of the key. They'll spin it right side. Hess looks inside. Nothing there for the pass. They'll bring it out to the top. And the high post. Dunn turns, looks inside, finds Grace Hess. Stops at the free throw line, out to Caldwell. They'll find Watkins in the paint. Turnaround has to get rid of the ball. Now the top of the circle. We've got a 3-second violation in the paint that turns the ball over to the Buffaloes. Prairie View will play it in the backcourt. Put the ball into the hands of Davis. Spins to the left wing. Kerr with the ball back to Davis at the top of the circle. Goes down the paint. Kicks back out to Loomis on the near wing. Boddicker stepped back behind the three. Thought about the shot. Couldn't get it released. Now back to the near side. Loomis with the ball high over her head. Ball on the floor, tipped away, and Caldwell comes out of there with it for the Lady Cats. We're inside, 1 minute to play. Lady Cats on the way to victory here tonight at home. Watkins, ball at the top of the circle, looking inside. They'll feed Caldwell in the paint. Her shot off the mark, no good. And a rebound out to the Buffaloes. Boddicker picks up the shot from 18. Away, and it's off the rim. No good. Watkins boards out, and with the dribble, comes across the timeline. Near side, Caldwell, a three-shot away. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Shot back up. No good. Second shot. No good. Finally, the Buffaloes secure possession. Across the timeline they come, right wing. Three-point shot on the way as the buzzer sounds. That is the end of the contest, and the Lady Cats bring home the victory on homecoming night. A 54-13 win for the Lady Cats as they get that winning streak turned back up and go on through the Pioneer League here in 2018. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, get our numbers together from this first victory of the night, and the Wildcats will be taking the floor. Bobby, give us about 2, and we'll be right back here.
He dribbles left. He dribbles right. He shoots and scores. You don't need to dribble all over town or hit the road to find the right parts for your cars when you stop and shop at Burlington Auto Supply. We sell name brand quality parts you can count on. AC Delco spark plugs, Gates belts and hoses, and Wix filters are just a few of the manufacturers we use to keep your equipment in great performing condition. We're back in the Cats all season long here at Burlington Auto, your bumper-to-bumper parts store.
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas, caring beyond prescriptions.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Ready to go?
Almost. I just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dogs. And it is a Lady Cat victory on homecoming night as they took on the Prairie View Lady Buffaloes. But the Buffaloes offered little resistance throughout the contest as the Lady Cats raced to a 17-0 lead in that first quarter before the Buffaloes got on the board with 1:55 remaining in the first quarter action. An 18-5 lead at the quarter break and on to a 29-5 lead at the halftime as the Lady Cats defense held the Buffaloes scoreless in that second quarter. They kept up the intensity in that third quarter out to a 47-8 margin at the end of three quarters, and with the running clock, they finish off with a 54-13 victory tonight over the Buffaloes. Lindsey Boddicker led the scoring for Prairie View with 5 points tonight for the freshman. Lady Cats numbers, Camry Wagner with 1 point tonight, as had Grace Kuhlman 1 free throw also. 3 points on the board for Paige Sawyer, 7 tonight for Julia Gilman, and 9 points for Jara Thorpe. 8 of those coming in the second half of play. In double figures, 11 for Ashlyn Dibley. The big news in the scorebook, Ashlyn went 5 for 5 from the charity stripe on her way to double-figure scoring. And Kirsten Young found the range from behind the three-point line as she made her first 4 shots, all of those three-pointers in the first quarter. Continued on with 2 more for a total of 6 three-pointers on the night and finishes with 22 points to lead the Burlington Lady Cats in victory over Prairie View. So that wraps up the Lady Cats contest here tonight. We're going to take a break, go back to the station for a little music, and